I'll tell you guys right now, I still got my Push and P glove, and I'll tell you right now, I'll sell it to anybody right now for $25,000. Or it's going in X's office.
Hall of Fame asked for it.
They got to pay me $100,000. It's going in X's office.
Well, welcome to episode 1 of the Absolute Ridiculous Show. We got Jazz Chisholm on, Director of Culture for Absolutely Ridiculous. Jazz, I guess, do a quick intro of how you got connected here and also your first time being at Studio X.
My name is Jazz Chisholm Jr., second baseman for the New York Yankees. I wear number 13. As you can see, I like to wear 13 all the time. And that's really why I like being a part of, Aria, how I first got on to the team is he start over. I keep forgetting that.
We'll throw a bleep every time you say it.
So how I first got onto the team, X hit me up. I used to be with another glove brand. We won't speak of them here. I like to speak my mind, but we won't speak of that glove company here.
Honesty.
I used to be with them. I got rubbed the wrong way, and I didn't have any other company to go to at the time. I could have just wore any other glove and just been boring and just settled for whatever. But X hit me up and started talking to me, and he was like, "Bro, would you want to do a glove, and we can make it whatever you want?" And then he was like, "But I got you like ice cream?" It was a crazy conversation that we were having at first. He just randomly asked me if I like ice cream, and at the time, funny enough, that I think I literally told you I was eating ice cream at the time, where I was about to go get ice cream or something like that. It's some weird aspect that I was gonna go get ice cream at the time. And he's like, "Bro, I got this ice cream glove I could send you right now."
The goal was to find the best kip leather that we could find. Mm-hmm. And the factory and the tanneries and stuff that we're working with are saying, "No, this is it. This is the best leather that you could find."
Yeah. And
it didn't feel like it to me. But Jazz, we wound up finding out a couple of years later that you're basically gaming a Korean leather glove, which is it's just a cheaper leather. Mm-hmm. It's more of, I don't know, if we scaled ours in A grade and B grade, A grade being the best of the best and B grade being it's decent, pro quality stuff, that probably would have fallen on a D grade level
at the time.
So it's cool to see how far it's come, because now we do have the best leather.
Yeah.
But not to shift totally off topic. Well, I wanted to ask you about your grandma, mm-hmm. and because I've heard some stories that she got you into baseball, mm-hmm. her impact on the community that you grew up in. Mm-hmm. I'd love to learn more about her.
So my grandma played professional softball for the Bahamas. She was on the national team in the Bahamas and everything for softball, and I mean she's very she's highly respected in the country, because she's a nurse as well. So she was playing professional softball and being a nurse as well. Wow. And so everybody really knew her. Our family's really big, and she was the oldest in her family. She's the big sister of her 20-something siblings that she has, right? So for me, it's just being her grandson and actually falling in love with baseball the way that she fell in love with softball when she was playing, I just felt it was a goal for me to just be the best, especially on those walks. I would be the one out of her 20 grandkids that were walking through the hood, going to the softball field every weekend from I was 2 years old to probably got to high school at 13 years old, 12 years old. And when I moved to the U.S., all of her grandkids, I was her youngest grandkid for 5 years. Okay. Until I have 4 or 5 younger cousins right now. And that's they're the babies of the group, and they're all they all have kids. Yeah. I'm the only grandkid without a kid right now that my grandma has.
Better get to work.
No. You got to find the right person for that.
There you go.
But at the same time, for me, it was like out of all of us going to the softball field every day, like, and like obviously her friends' kids would come because all of us would like to just hang out with each other in the age group that we were in.
That's cool.
And it was just like she would have 25 kids at the baseball, softball field every weekend. And we're walking through the hood, like from the house to the field, from the field to the house at night. And it's like a group of 30 of us just out there. And I'm the youngest, but I'm out there holding my grandma's hand like, let's go. Like, I'm ready to hit. Like, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, but I'm ready to hit. So cool. Like, it's you know, it was sick.
That's so cool. Okay. Like, what did she ever give you any tips or anything like that like stuck with you?
Man, I try to be real with you. Like, now I try to not listen to my grandma as much because it's more criticism than anything, you know, because now it's like I'm supposed to be the best in her eyes, you know, Absolutely. Like I'm the best in her eyes. So it's like I can't be messing up. Like I can't be making errors. I can't get thrown out. Like how you let that guy throw you out.
It's tough love.
Like how are you getting struck out, you know what I mean? So it's like for me, now it's like I just answer the phone, I put it down, let her go on her rant, and when I think the rant's about to be over, I like, okay, start listening again, try to pretend like I'm listening again, you know, but it's all love from my grandma, though, because at the end of the day, she's always going to be like, but don't forget to get on top of the ball. Like, she's always going to put in something, little hint of, I still love you, you know what I mean? Like, it's not all bad. You got on top of the ball today. Yeah.
All right, Grandma. Good. Well, Wade, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Wade, producer here, Jazz.
Yes, sir.
We're first of all, we're super pumped, and this is kind of the inaugural episode with you. So we have a lot to go through, and a lot of it is going to be really fun. Kind of want to talk about first self-expression in baseball, because baseball's been around, it feels like forever, and it's a game steeped in tradition. The tides are kind of turning. And you've kind of been at the forefront of that, of being untraditional in the sense that you're not afraid to express yourself. What kind of contrast do you see between the league and the environment you're in now as opposed to 5, 6, 7 years ago?
I mean, I could definitely see the way, like, how it's been changing. And I don't like to say this, but, like, I can see that I'm one of the big changes that's making everything change, from the shoes everybody wears, the belts, to the way they play with a passion now, and nobody's scared to show their feelings for the game. So I mean, like, I think it's great, like, because as a kid coming up, like, I was always taught, like, I gotta hide my feelings, I gotta hide my passion for the game because nobody likes that, or people think that's showboating, or it's just too much, or you're being a snob to the other team, or anything like that. And I never thought of it in that way. That's why if someone else did it to me, I never had a problem with it. Like, someone pimps a home run, like, good for you. Like, you should have pimped it harder. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel, like, every time I play the game.
I remember asking your agent about, like, chains and gloves and all this stuff, and it was like, no. I even asked Luke Weaver about it, because I'm trying to figure out, what do we need to make for you? Yeah. Like, do we need to shift everything to be more neutral? How do we get creative with it now? And I remember Luke saying too, like, no, I don't really know the rules. It's kind of like a thing that people just do, and it's an unspoken
no
thing
over there.
Yeah.
There's really no rules in the Yankees. There's only one rule. You got to shave there's 2 rules. You got to shave your beard, and you got to play without earrings. That's the only 2 real rules in the Yankees organization.
The game's different, man.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
But you would think, like, they have rules of you can't wear this color, you can't wear that color, you got to wear black, this. None of those exist. I promise you.
That first game you had with the green alien belt, like, that was, because that went super viral on both ways. People loved it, and diehard Yankee fans hated it. But then you go to Philadelphia and you
tear it up. And they didn't hate it anymore.
All of a sudden, it was nothing but just, like, love.
Yeah, bring out the green.
Yeah. But that, to me, like, that move in New York, like, showed the impact of self-expression and how self-expression can give players confidence, and how important like the fun is on the field, because you change the clubhouse. Like, you don't need to say that. Like, I'll say that. Like, when you went to New York, the clubhouse atmosphere changed completely from anything I've ever seen looking through Yankee history. And it was what was needed at that moment in the season. And so that's like flowers to you, but it's also the direction that I think that the game is going now. We were talking about before we started like doing the show, there's this clip, I don't know how old it is, but we saw it come across on Instagram of Cam Newton. Do you have that to play?
I don't have the clip. I have the quote.
You have the quote?
The quote from him was, he said, "Baseball is like, and I hate to say it, a dying sport. I think baseball will be surpassed by the WNBA in 20 years. Whoa.
In 20 years?
Whoa.
The guy who's on the show with, like, just straight up said, I don't endorse this.
Yeah, I'm glad he doesn't endorse this. Cam, I have one thing to say. Oh, my bad. Am I going to be dead in 20 years? Like, you got to let me know, because I will not let that go. Ever. That's never going to happen. Not if I'm alive, at least.
I think the game's changing.
It's changing.
From the perspective of, like, the league's loosened up. I think they're starting to embrace it more, but the brands are starting to embrace it more as well.
My rookie year in the big leagues, not even my rookie year. We can't call it my rookie year because it was COVID, really. But 2020 in the big leagues, my first game in the big leagues, I think I wore different color shoes. Like, one red, one blue.
Okay.
Like, and that was before any of that was even going on. Like, nobody was really customizing their cleats. Like, me and John Jay, who was my coach, who was the first base coach for me when I was in Miami for the last 2 years, he always used to come up to me and like, bro, you think you were doing this before me, bro? I've been wearing custom cleats. I've been wearing custom J's. And he would show me his J's, right? And I'd be like, I get, like, okay, you got cleats on the bottom of your J's. I get it. Right. Applaud to you. You wearing, like, 11s. Cool. But, like, you're wearing normal black and white 11s on the field. I get that. But your cleats don't have ice cream sprinkles. You ain't doing this, bro. Like, you ain't got alien shoes. You ain't got snake skins. You ain't customizing your own stuff to look like your glove. Like, that was not happening when you were 22 years old, John. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, you wasn't wearing 3 big iced out chains when you were first playing in the league. Like, it's not the same thing. You know what I mean? So for me, I always tell him, like, yeah, you did your thing, like, but like the kickback that I had to take for, first of all, being not even playing 2 games in the big leagues yet, and I'm already wearing Jordan 1s, different colors on the field. The way my veterans in the clubhouse was getting at me compared to the veterans in the league was getting at me, ain't nobody take as much adversity as I had coming to the big leagues, especially trying to do my own thing and changing the culture for everybody else. My chains, everybody had something to say about them, except Bryce. I ain't gonna lie. Bryce is one of the people that can't, because don't forget, like, that year we only could play on the East Coast. I played against Bryce, Soto, all them boys. I played against the Yankees that year, the Red Sox, Nationals, Phillies, Mets, Lindor, all of them. So, like, I talked to all the big dogs. Lindor loved it. Baez loved it when he got traded over. And I talked to him when he was with the Mets for the end of the season in, like, 2021. Like, Trey Turner loved it. Bryce, JT Realmuto. Like, it was like, but, like, most of the hate came from the guys on my team. You know what I mean? So it was like you got certain superstars that loved it, like Trout loved it.
Right.
Like, when I talked to Trout the next year when we played against him, it was like, bro, keep doing your thing. I love the purple. I love the blue hair, all that stuff. Like, but it was just like certain vets that didn't welcome it, you know what I mean? And me, with my personality, you know, I could care less what anybody says about me. So it's just like.
Was there a point where you weren't, like, doing that, like, whether it was minor leagues or whatnot, where you weren't being yourself, that you struggled, or were you just always yourself? You're always good?
It's so funny because you brought up the 51% rule, right?
Yeah.
My first year in professional baseball, I'm 17 years old. My first pair of cleats, because I was with the Diamondbacks, and that's when they changed that to that dark gray color. You know what I mean? Like in 2015, 2016, they changed to that dark gray color. I pull up to spring training. I only got red and white cleats and gray and white cleats. The rule is you should have 50%, 51% black.
Right.
So you could have black and red. you can't have red and black. You know what I mean? It was just like some weird thing. And the coach comes to me first day, and he's like, hey, he's actually my bench coach last year. His name is Luis Sierreta. We call him Pipe. And he comes up to me. He's like, hey, you can't wear those shoes. I was like, what do you mean? He was like, they got to be 51% black. I said, if I hit a homer today, can I keep these shoes on? He could tell you that we could go to him right now. And he said, if you hit a homer with these on, I'll go talk to him about it. This is me and you making a bet.
Okay.
I said, I bet. Went up that day, hit a homer, never wore black cleats again.
Let's go.
That was the reason I've never worn black cleats again in my life.
Wow.
Like, until last year, I wore the Concord 11s.
Well, this is an interesting segue. So there's, like with the Jordans, right? And when you were a kid, what was that backstory of your interaction with Michael Jordan? And
so my stepdad, who he's been coaching me from, that's who my grandma took to me, and she was like, hey, put him in the baseball league. Like, he's going to be really good. My stepdad played college, and he played was independent baseball too. Yep. So he was just he was like a Dustin Pedroia type. He was like 5'6", 5'7", 5'8". He's super short, but he could play. But you know, like back then, you small, they don't, if you're small, they don't care. Like, you just can't play. But he took me in, took me to all this stuff in the Little League, and he was one of the head guys at the Little League.
Okay.
So him, the owner's son of the Little League, and Anton Richardson, and Albert Cartwright. Those four were the four kids that ran. They were like 20-something at the time, 22, 23. I was super young. But they ran the baseball camp. Like, the kids looked up to these guys. Yeah. Because they were all professionals and college guys that basically got drafted. Everybody basically got drafted. Because Albert was in AA. Anton was in the big leagues at the time. The owner's son of the Little League, he was in like high or AA at the time too. And my stepdad just left independent ball. So all those guys in town, Jordan's having a softball event. He needs umpires. They're the umpires.
That's dope.
Right? Because they do the stuff for the Little League. Jordan, Jeter, A-Rod, CeCe, Johnny Damon, Ben Roethlisberger, Larry Fitzgerald. These are all the guys that are at this. I can remember it because I literally just told my grandma just found the collection of the autographs that I got from that night. And it's all in like big photos that she just found. And the only autograph I don't have is Jordan still. It's still not there. But so they're at the game. I got CeCe's autograph. I got Jeter. I got A-Rod. All these guys. Johnny Damon. Everybody that's there, right? Jordan, I was like, bro, I got to pee so bad. So I go to the back. I'm about to pee. And Jordan starts sneaking out of the back. I was like, what? Like, perfect opportunity. Yeah. Like, I could go get all this stuff. Boom. I run over to Jordan. I was like, hey, like, can I please have your autograph? He's like, one day make me want your autograph, kid, and just walks off. Nothing else. He leaves. He doesn't even go back inside the event. He leaves. Like, goes back to the Atlantis, and just from there, never happened to see him again.
That's so wild.
I still haven't met Jordan again.
I was going to ask.
Oh, really?
Did you ever
never
get
seen
his
him in
autograph?
person ever again. I've never seen him within 100 feet still.
Something that I was mentioned was to ask you about Russell McGee and your experience with
My
him.
boy Russ. No, me and Russ are still really close right now. Like, I literally play 2K with him all the time. Like, we hop on a call anytime he wants to talk about anything. It could literally be anything. We just hop on a call and talk. Like, I think the kid's super special. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't even know he was the shortstop for his team when I met him. I didn't know that he was even good at baseball when I met him. We were just sitting there talking, and it just, like, became, like, super cool because, like, it was, like, exactly like I keep bringing back up this Jordan moment, but it was that Jordan moment for me. Like, his friend came to me way before I even saw him and was like, I got this friend. Like, trust me, when you meet him, you're going to love him. He reminds me so much of you. He's cool. He's quiet. He might be shy today, but, like, he's going to be your favorite person to talk to on this whole trip. This is a random kid. Like, I'm not even really off the plane yet. Like, I'm still walking down the stairs, like trying to sign stuff for everybody. He's like, he's gonna be way at the end. Like, you're gonna know who he is. Trust me. So then I get on the bus and I just sit down next to a random kid.
Yeah, that's wild. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I sit down next to this random kid, and he doesn't even say anything. He's like, "Hey, my name's Russell." Like, he doesn't say like, "Hey, you're my favorite player." None of this. Like he starts stuttering a little bit. You know what I mean? And I was like, "What's up, bro?" Like, he's like, "Bro, I just like can't believe you're sitting on the side of me." And then I'm like, "Nah, bro, chill. We gonna just chill." He's like,
"That's cool,
bro, I bet." So then he starts telling me like his life and everything, and I'm like, "Bro, your life kind of sounds just like you remind me of me in a way, like how much you have passion for the game, how much you love it, and like you just be having fun out there." He ain't even like, I don't even know he's good at baseball. And I was like, anything you need at this point? We already had this heart to heart, just me and you sitting on this bus like randomly. Anything you need at this point, bro, I got you.
That's cool.
After we get off the bus, we taking pictures and I put all my chains on him. We taking pictures in my chains and stuff. His friend runs up. "Hey, this is the kid I'm talking about. Like, this is who I was telling you about. Like, isn't he dope?" Like, and I was like, "Nah, he's dope as hell." Yeah. Like, I would have never expected this was the kid that you're talking about. He's like, "I told you he's cool, bro. He's just good at baseball. He loves baseball. He loves you, bro." And it's just, from there, it was just, we locked in, went to Vegas, chilled with him, took him to the F1 racing thing. Like, I've took him everywhere. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. The backstory with this too is Little League World Series, because a lot of it was like broadcasted too. Like when you took over and did like the what was it, like the old VHS like camcorder and stuff. The backstory is that that's the kid that Jazz was connecting with. That he said that he was gonna like take him in as like a little brother. And you did. And that's dope.
Oh, don't forget, we sent him a lot of stuff too.
Yeah.
He got his care package from Aria. Everything, like, man, I'll tell you one thing. He's proud to be wearing his Aria every day. He'll send me a picture in it every day, text me about it. Like, yeah, I hit a home run. And I took out my sliding mitt just because, like, because I got it and all that stuff. Like, I'm like, bro, do your thing. Like, he's nasty. I ain't gonna lie. He's really good at baseball too.
Love it. That's sick. So, I mean, something I want to ask you about is like your director of culture role. I don't think we've like dug like enough into like really activating you with it. That's what coming to Studio X, like a lot of that is like, I want to make sure that you're in the know, you know what's coming out, you know what we've been working on, because I want to activate you more into it. And like the initial thought was that as director of culture, you're in the know in the clubhouse. Like what are people listening to? What are people wearing? What's popular with the older guys, the younger guys? How do we stay like actually tapped in with the player? Because that's the most important thing to me with this brand, is that we're listening to what the players want, what the players use. I guess for you, two things. One, what does that role mean to you? And two, like, what would you want to be able to accomplish, like, in baseball through that role?
I mean, I feel like being the director of culture in a company such as Aria, right, which people really don't know, and I'm going to say it in the young people's way, I guess, if you want to say it in that way, is that basically I'm the director of drip. Like, that's what you call it. Like, Aria is the brand that every kid in the world wants to wear, right? So basically, in my mind, I'm the director of drip in the whole baseball world. I got to be able to go out there and show kids like the right way to wear your stuff and the wrong way to wear your stuff. Like, there's never too much drip, but you got to know how to control it and balance it at the same time. And that's what I feel like my role in director of like culture is, you know what I mean? Like, I got to basically show them the culture and the way that we go about handling our business as Aria. And that's what I look at as my role, you know what I mean? Like, especially knowing like what we got coming next, but not only knowing what we got coming next, showing everybody else how to wear what we got coming up next. You know what I mean? Basically like a fashion designer, you know what I mean? In that way, that's how I look at being the director of culture, is that I'm basically a fashion designer that shows you what we got coming next and models it for you. You know what I mean? To show you how to put it on.
So some people know about that we haven't like gotten to show much yet is like one of the examples was One Piece. And that was like right at like the kickoff of the world, like outside of the anime world, started to learn about it through the Netflix like series as well. So One Piece happened because of Jazz like asking about like what do we want to do as like a collab, and you said One Piece and Naruto. So those are two collabs that we actually have rolling out this year. You'll debut this season. Again, that flows into like your role as director of culture, director of drip. So we'll go over a little bit of that, what that gear is, what it looks like, and also start to kind of get some ideas too of like, where can we take the next piece? Because we're not going to just do one set. No. Like we're talking about what's your all-star gear look like? What's your postseason stuff look like? What's the end of the season, beginning of the season? Let's keep it rolling in that way.
All right.
So I'm going to ask you to describe like what everything is on here.
All right. So am I going to go leg guard first, or should we go armband first?
Do leg guard first.
Do I leg guard first? Yeah. Okay. So obviously we know who we all came to see is Monkey D. Luffy. Yeah, I'm wearing the chain right now. I normally got my straw hat chain on, where it's a little more subtle. But today I felt like showing y'all what drip was today. So I felt like I went all out today. But yeah, we got on the straps the name for sure. Can't forget that D. That D means a lot. There's a lot of attention to detail. And this is the Wano collection, by the way. If you ain't a big anime fan, Wano is like around episode 1,000 into the story. Like, remember when they came out with that big episode, like, oh, we finally reached episode 1,000? This is around when that was. So obviously we got the Straw Hat Pirates right here. Nah, I think this is so dope. And by the way, all this blue, the blue and everything that's going with this right here, this is basically Luffy's whole like setup in the Wano. Like, this is how he looks in Wano. This is his rags, like his, what do you call it that you put over? I forgot what it's called.
Komodo?
Komodo. Yeah. This is his Komodo, and it has like certain patches on it, like these patches and everything. And then obviously, like I said, the Straw Hat Pirates. But this is my favorite attention to detail that nobody would even understand or realize, is that in here we got like Luffy's favorite food. He just be chewing on these every time he gets hungry. They just give him some meat and he just scarfs it down. And like, if you're a real One Piece fan, you really understand, especially looking at it. It just looks like it, and it's so funny to even see it. But like, that's one of my favorite parts of the leg guard right there, is that we put that little attention to detail right there with the food in there. That's pretty dope.
Detail is the most important thing that we do. We need to make sure this stuff like connects with, because like the gear that we make, it's not for everybody. Mm-mm. Like that's not intended for everybody to love. It's intended for people that love anime and love One Piece.
Yeah. Now, this is where everybody's gonna freak out, because obviously you see, yes, we have the Wano package and everything. We got the full Monkey D. Luffy on the full strap this time. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm a type of guy that switches out my straps. Like, this strap might not be the Monkey D. Luffy strap. I might put the Monkey D. Luffy strap on this and just put Luffy on this one. You know what I mean? I like to switch up my straps a little bit, just in case you want to do the same thing. It's always love. But this is the best thing about it right here. The wanted posters inside. It's so fire. As you can tell, I'm a low-key nerd. So this is like my big thing right here. I love anime, y'all. Like, any anime you see. In 2022, we had an anime glove too. If you missed that, I think we only dropped like 3 of them, 4 of them, 5.
Yeah, like 5 or 6, I think.
Yeah, and they sold out in like...
They're $1,000 a piece.
They sold out in like 5 seconds. Yeah. 5 seconds they sold out. They're $1,000 each, but we're not gonna try and break you guys like that. I'm sorry. We're not gonna go after your pockets like that. It was just a very special drop that was dear to my heart. And only 5 people got them in the world. I'm one of the 5, by the way.
You don't have just one.
I have 2.
Do we have anything else to like show, or is that?
We have his Out of This World collection.
Let's go through the Out of This World real quick.
I do like the Out of This World collection.
So this one will do a quick scan because this was the most difficult ask anybody's ever asked of me for a design, because the theme that you gave me was outer space. There was no direction of what part of outer space. Like, there was no direction of color. It was outer space, and there's like,
just make me an alien.
An infinite number of directions that we could go with it. So that took like a year and a half to finally get to the point of, okay, like we've got something where I think it's crazy. So it turned into space junk. And then you threw in like right at the end when I thought it was done, like you go, like, let's have like a UFO or something on there. It's like, oh, dude, okay. But
yeah, I definitely worked X hard on this one, you know, especially, you know, if you guys really know, if we were to turn off these lights, this glows in the dark, if you didn't know. So that's one great aspect of it that I love a lot, is that if one of my teammates would have hit a home run, this is when I play with the Marlins at least. I think in New York we do it as well, is they flicker on and off the lights. So when I'm on base, and like we all know, I'm trying to be on there most of the time, my gloves, they normally flash, like they'll give you the glow, then it go back into normal, then give you the glow. You didn't even see that this year, but it happened. I hit a home run in my in the shin guards to these, and I was watching the highlights the other day, and it was glowing when I was running around the stadium. It's pretty sick. So that's one of my favorite things, and obviously we are not the same because we're not. I heal in 3 days. You might take a month. You know what I mean? It's just it's a lot of things that I like. Caution sign, you know what I mean? There's so much things that go into this one set that, man, I feel like X did such a great job on. Especially like this is one of my favorite things too. The way he did these X's right here. I think this is the first time you did this one too. This kind of X is that he did it like with the pink and the blue and like the extra. I thought that was pretty dope because, you know, we normally stick to the 1X, but like I say, we ain't the same. So everybody else get the regular one. I get a different one.
That was the first time we changed up a lot of stuff. Because on the glove, too, it's the only time we've ever done a different font for the stamps on, like, the palm and stuff. And
definitely. Like, we were definitely everywhere. The bionic finger. Everything was in there. It was just... These also glow in the dark, by the way, if y'all didn't know. So if you need to play in a Savannah Banana game, you should probably use this glove.
I agree.
Yeah, don't they play like with the lights and stuff?
A different group does, like the chili peppers or something like that.
The soaking hot chili peppers, something like that. Sorry to get it wrong, but like I said, this is like one of my favorite designs that we've done so far with the X. Is like 3, 4 of them, 2 of them. Like I just like it a lot. It's different. We got the fingerprint over here that nobody even knew about. They don't even know about that. That's between us though. We're gonna keep that between us. Nah, but I do love this glove. The red, the green, the purple. Everybody knows purple's my favorite color. Blue's one of my favorite colors as well. And obviously my purple always goes with my green. This is low-key my face right here. If you see it.
That's what happens when you peel the skin away.
Yeah. Sorry. Don't take me in.
So this glove was important, though, because we couldn't make a lot of them because it was too detailed. It was too hard to make. And so we had to do like a limited run on these.
Rare. I think we have the rare thing on it. If yours has this on this, it's probably less than 100 of them made.
Yep.
All right. I forgot to say that.
Yep.
So always look out for a rare on your glove. If you have a rare, probably got less than 100 of them. That means keep it. Don't throw it away. Don't trash it. Keep it.
Well, here's a cool thing, because like the Push and P glove was like the first one we really focused on as a rare edition. And because we dropped it on Jackie Robinson Day and we did 42 of them. The cool thing with it, though, is it's still the most in-demand glove for a couple of reasons. And one of them being that most people didn't think to like save it. Like they gamed it until it fell apart. And so there's not very many left that are like actually in legit condition.
Yeah, I hear that.
So it's
I'm
become
telling you.
like the most sought after piece that we have for a lot.
I'll tell you guys right now, I still got my Push and P glove, and I'll tell you right now, I'll sell it to anybody right now for $25,000. Or it's going in X's office.
Hall of Fame asked for it.
They got to pay me $100,000. It's going in X's office.
I love it. All right, let's transition into that game.
Let's do so. I feel like Oprah. If you look behind your seat, you will find a tray that has some bombs in it.
You get a car.
Exactly. Yeah, you get a bomb. You get a bomb.
You get a car.
So those are numbered. The game is we're going to go through 1 through 5. You're going to describe what you smell, and then you're going to have to guess what that scent is. We got 5.
I can tell you right now, I'm not going to get any of these right.
I think. Well, they start off easy. One's like a free. You'll know right away. And as we go on, five's pretty difficult.
I promise you, my nose is not that good.
We're keeping this as a record for every guess that we have.
Yeah.
Grape.
Grape is the first one. Think about it.
Blueberry.
Man. Real.
Hold on,
describe
hold on.
like what you're smelling.
Hold on.
You're like on the right path.
Yeah, it smells like strawberry.
Strawberry. I'll give you partial credit for that. It's
We got-
I give my full credit.
We
Okay,
got grape,
okay, now
blueberry and strawberry.
Blueberry.
it's a berry.
We got
It's
our
a
way
berry.
there.
It's
Strawberry.
a berry.
That is strawberry. That's like the OG.
That's why. Okay,
right.
I literally looked straight, and then I smelt it, and then I looked
It
straight
clicked.
again.
Yeah.
You got that glove right behind your head.
Exactly.
That's what got me.
Number 2. Tell me about this one.
It smells like orangey. Sherbet? I don't know.
Orange sherbet. Yeah.
Orange sherbet?
That's full. I say full credit for that one. Yeah. Right on.
What do you mean?
Orange sherbet.
We counting this 2 for 2 right now?
I think we're 2 for 2.
No. Okay.
I think we're good.
I think this is going to be under contest for future guests, but
You get 3 strikes in baseball. You get at least 2 guesses on the
You feel me?
on the bomb game. You know.
Is it marshmallow?
Not quite. Not quite. It is it's like a food. It's a condiment. Let me give you that. It's a condiment.
I'm thinking about all the stuff that we have. That's why.
Yeah. Think about it. I don't know that we've done a glove just of this before. Oh, no,
That-
we have.
We have? This don't smell like it.
It's this and something else. The glove is.
Oh, it's mixed. That's good.
oh man, I just saw
I think
that.
after the first wrong guess, I get to give him a hint. It goes on a sandwich. It can go on a sandwich.
I was about to say it goes on a sandwich.
It can go on a sandwich.
That's hard to guess.
Once I tell you, you're gonna feel so silly.
It probably doesn't smell like this.
Do you want to know?
You said it can go. It can go. You said it's a condiment that can go on a sandwich.
Yeah. Famously,
Is it considered a condiment?
That's
think
what I'm
so.
trying to figure out.
it's not a sauce.
Like I start
Is it
thinking
in a
mayonnaise
dressing?
and stuff.
I wouldn't call it
No.
dressing.
Honey mustard.
It's
Nah.
spreadable.
That's
I think that's 3 strikes are out. Peanut butter. I told you were gonna feel silly once I told you. Number 4. This one's gonna be tough. This one's kind of like abstract.
Graveyard.
If this is graveyard, uh-oh.
no, but there's no way you're guessing this.
He
Okay.
might. It's named after a city.
Miami Vice. Don't we only have Miami Vice?
Okay. That might have been too good of a
Yeah,
hint.
Yeah, that was a great hint.
Yeah, you're welcome.
the next guess we have is gonna be pissed at you, Wade, when we can't give these hints.
Yeah. No shot.
You think I don't get 5 at all?
You're already 2 for 3. So
You
I
should
don't-
be able to get 5.
I'm 3 for 4, low key. I missed 1.
Yeah, okay, no, yeah, you're 3 for 4.
You should be able to get 5.
I should.
Yeah.
I had to get you pretty close to peanut butter, but we'll count it.
Come on.
It doesn't have a smell.
Oh no. Yeah, it does. I think you've just been smelling too much stuff.
We gotta give them like coffee. What do they do at like the makeup stores? They give you like something to like clear your palate.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Have I had this flavor already?
Oh yeah.
Like I've had it.
Yeah.
Then this is pushing P.
Bingo.
There we go.
I'd 4 for 5.
That's
I
not
think
bad.
you're good. That's
As
a
soon
good.
as I smelled it,
Yeah.
I had to push it down a little bit to get the scent from on the sides.
Wonder if the lid's been open too long.
It might be. I have all of them over here. I couldn't give it away.
That might be.
Yeah,
it.
you thought I couldn't get that one first guess.
You know,
Can I see that one too? Let me see if I just.
some on the Miami Ice, that one peanut butter.
And by the way, this is a new fashion sense, guys. Yeah, we wear batting gloves as gloves. It's 5 degrees outside. Y'all get it together.
It's bad.
Oh, now I can smell it. Smell it now.
I like smell the nuttiness to it, but it's too sweet.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's like peanut butter with marshmallow.
Yeah.
It's like a peanut butter marshmallow sandwich.
Yeah. My work.
That'd be a cool glove though, actually.
That would be, yeah,
Peanut butter brown with the white dripping over the top. That'd be clean.
With a little bit of white ooze.
Wade's got another game for you.
We got one more.
Yeah.
This one, director of culture, director of drip. You're dripped out. Even today.
Every day.
We put together a few outfits, and we're going to have you go through, explain what you're wearing, and then you're going to give it a letter grade. If it's an A+, not all of them can be A+. Some of them are going to have to be B+.
See, but everybody, every time I walk out of the house, they just be like, bro, you put it on and you don't even try. Like, you be dripped out, not even trying.
We'll see.
All right, show me.
Tell me about this guy.
Come on now. That's not even trying.
That's something light.
That's like, I got so much purple in my house. It's just like, put on a purple shirt with black, put on some black pants. I was late already. Like, I was late on leaving times, not late coming to the field. It was just like the time that I wanted to get there.
Yeah.
I was already late, so I had to rush out, put on a little purple hat. I got a purple bag.
Yeah.
I'm bringing in my new strawberry glove that X just shipped to the house. You know, he doesn't normally ship them all to the field. He ships them to my house too, so.
What's your rating?
Yeah, what do you give it?
Oh, that's a little slight 7. Like, that's not
7 out of
crazy.
10?
7 solid, huh?
I like that.
Yeah, that could be a 5, really. That ain't really top of the line for me.
That's a good, like, starting somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. That's like the worst you could get.
Yeah. Tell me about this.
Oh, that's a 3. I didn't pick that. I didn't dress that. I didn't do any of that. That's before I really got bold enough to really start taking over my own photo shoots.
Yeah.
Like, this was like a magazine cover.
Island Origins.
Island Origins.
Cover star, man.
Yeah, cover shoot. I was like 20 years old before I was really brave enough to say, hey, I'm not going to wear that. I'm not going to put this on.
You look young in it.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I was bigger, though. I was like 195 pounds at that time. I was big. I was a fat little kid. But for me, yeah, that's about a 3. That's someone else designed that, everything. So I'm gonna keep out of that one.
This one, simple, well put together.
Simple but well put together, for real. That's fire. What's
are those
going on
shoes?
there?
Do you know those? Oh, they're dunks.
They're dunks. Yeah, I was with Nike at the time. This looks like my rookie year. Yeah, that's 2021.
Might have been. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like my rookie year. Like I said, like, that's really well put together, though. For a simple fit, I look like I was a rock star back then. I like that. I could give that one an 8. 7.
Solid 8?
7.
7.5.
7. Like, you know,
Okay.
the jeans are really nice. They're like expensive jeans, expensive shoes, and like a normal white tee that probably, I got the t-shirt probably for free somewhere. Bag sponsorship by Sprayground at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's fire.
7. Tell me about this shirt.
Oh, it's straight 10. Anything I wore with the Yankees is a 10 so far. I ain't gonna lie. My Prada glasses are on.
Oh, yeah.
Stay proud of my people, you know what I mean? The shirt's fire, too.
The shirt was made by a fan.
Yes.
The shirt was made by a fan. I talked to him. He was like, I just love, first he was like, I love the Yankees. And Jazz just has this swag to him, so I had to make something cool, send it to him. He sent us extra pictures after he had made it. That's these.
Fire.
He was so stoked that you wore it.
No, I love it. Actually, I have it with me training in Cali. Like, I just flew out here. Like, obviously, I just flew out here for the week to hang out with you guys. But where I'm training in Cali, I have that shirt. I wear that at least once a week.
It's so sick.
Yeah, it's sick.
That's a
I
10.
appreciate him. No, that's a 10. I'm telling you, anything with the Yankees is a 10.
Easily.
He did that one.
For real.
With the Aria glove on, 10.
He
Rookie year.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, my suits, 10.
Are the suits gonna come back this year?
If y'all need it to, I'll rep a suit every now and then. I ain't gonna lie, I look good in a suit. I don't disagree.
10s. 10 on the suit. We might 2025 might be the year suits make a resurgence.
Man, don't get me started. I got a birthday party coming up. I'll wear that suit.
I got to know the backstory behind this. Where
did you find this?
Don't worry.
Don't worry about it.
What is going on? Where'd you get the table from?
That's my pool table. That's at my house. This is my house.
Why green?
It was the only color I could find. Like, they wasn't doing purple. They didn't do the purple. And the other colors, like I said, purple and green are the two that go together for me. So, like, yeah. And then Ryoko Rain, who was the creator of those shorts, Shout out Ryoko Rain. Yeah, he's my dog.
That's the homie.
He be doing a lot of stuff and sending me a lot of stuff, man. He really be having me dripped out. He sent me these snakeskin shorts. And I was like, man, I've been waiting on something that I could wear with these shoes that ain't really the same color as these shoes. So they have like two different color green in the pattern of the pants. And it matches my pool table. So I was like, you know what? At the time, I had a girlfriend. We lived together and all that stuff. I was like, baby, snap me up right quick. Let me get on top. And I was literally just up there. I was there playing pool by myself, and she just walked behind. And I was like, yeah, take a pic. I look fresh. Like, that's how they come around.
Scale from 1 to 10.
No, I love that. That's a 10.
That's a 10?
I went out like that. Like, I've been out in that fit right there.
Yeah.
Because I like it that much.
I don't disagree. I think on a 10 is a good place to end fit check.
Only Jazz is matching an outfit to a pool table.
Who else?
Oh, facts. Facts.
Who else? That was great. We're excited to see what fits come in 2025.
Man, you see, we started off tough already.
Yeah, man. Jazz, you want...
this should have been the fit check right here.
Yeah, what do you give your... I mean, it's a 10. But what, honestly, like, break us down. The one-piece chain, it starts there, right?
Yeah, so we can break us down. We can start off with the one-piece chain. And I really kind of slowed down because, like, if you really look at it, this has X's on it, too. If you really look at it. It's a
scar.
It's the scar from Luffy. It got the his devil fruit right here. And then...
AJ make that?
Yeah, AJ made this. And then I have another chain that's like a leash. It's like a pocket leash. That's the same thing. And it like has its own charm too. That has the everything on it too with the stuff that matches that. And then all the jewelry matches in the two-tone aspect. White gold and rose gold. And then Arya batting gloves because, I'm not fond of the cold at all. But I do love wearing gloves when I go out. I'm a big fan of like wearing gloves and stuff, so that's like my big thing. And we're gonna start rocking a lot of Arya gloves when we go out. So like you can see Casanova beanie, Godspeed shirt, Godspeed jersey, Godspeed wears 13 as well. You know what I mean? That's my guy. Shout out my guy over at Godspeed. He's a good friend of mine. His name's Muhammad. Godspeed pants, Travis Scott's. So I'm dripped out in Godspeed, Arya, and Jordan. As always.
Easy. You want to take us out of here? What's coming forward in 2025?
Yeah, I'm playing in my grills.
There we go.
But exciting things coming in 2025, man. Especially coming from the director Drip over here. We definitely gonna do big things this year with Arya, and I feel like we're gonna take over the sport finally, officially take over the sport of baseball.
Give us some tips on what are the brands to look out for this year, as far as shoes, clothes,
actual designer branding and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, I could definitely do that. So for me, I feel like all the big brand names this year, especially Godspeed, is like the new up and coming. Basically Dior, what's a t-shirt, jeans, clothing brand, hoodies and stuff like that. So Dior and stuff like that, right? Okay. You would say?
Yeah.
So Casablanca, Prada, type stuff like that. But I would say Godspeed is the new is the new brand that's coming out. They got hats, shirts, jersey. They got it all. Glasses. They're doing the whole thing. And the guy over there who I'm really close with, he's really been doing a good job, man. Like he started up like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, just hats, and now he's like everybody. Paris. He does Art Basel in Miami. Got his store in New York, store in Miami, and I feel like he's really running up. So for me, it's Godspeed, and then if y'all gonna be looking out, look out for us though. We definitely we might change up the design of these, but we're gonna have some we gonna have some cold weather gloves.
Jazz is the key to the plug too.
Yes, we're gonna have cold weather gloves, and it's gonna be Aria. So y'all gotta look out for us in that way. What else? I'd say Chrome Heart.
Yep.
Chrome Heart's been pretty good the last couple of years though. Chrome Heart. Birth of a Royal Child. I know a lot of people don't know about Birth of a Royal Child, but they're coming up. Like I said, I'm really into fashion, so Hellstar's been doing good lately. But yeah, mostly for me, it's Chrome Heart, Godspeed, and Birth of a Royal Child are the three that I feel are the most up and coming for this next year. That's going to be really burst down the doors. Like Chrome Heart, I feel was last year's when they really broke open and burst down their doors. Godspeed at the end of last year, but I feel like this year is going to be the year for them that they're going to really be the top of things. And Birth of a Royal Child too is going to be at the top of things too.
This is cool insight. What cologne do you wear?
I wear Bond Number 9, or I'll wear. I'm really into Baccarat too.
Okay.
Yeah. So it might sound expensive. I'm not really that expensive. Actually, I got one in my bag too that I really liked lately. What's it called? I don't know. I'll just take it out. But yeah, is that one?
I haven't seen that.
I've never seen it before until I got it. Yeah, I'm gonna show it to the camera right now. It's called Fakar Latafa.
Where'd you get it from?
TikTok.
TikTok shop?
TikTok shop. Oh, me. Someone sent it to me. Like, someone actually sent me a picture of it in a text message first.
Okay.
And then I was on TikTok, and the text message, it was like $75, right? I went on TikTok, I got it for $25.
Jazz Chisholm, the king of the bargain,
King of the thrift.
Let's go.
Don't mind me. I might look like I spend money, but I'll find a way to get around it.
So last couple things just to round this out. Like what are some things that off the field, like pursuits that you're excited about this year? I know you're recording music.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm excited about really like my music more than anything, you know, like off the field at least. On the field, I feel like it's going to be a great year. It's going to be an all-star year, Silver Slugger. I'm back at my old position. I feel super comfortable at my position. I feel like I could just wake up and do it every day, you know. It even gives me a little bit more confidence hitting wise, you know what I mean? Just knowing that I'm about to go play second base every day and play for the Yankees, play second base, hitting the same part of the lineup every day, play the same position every day, go to Yankee Stadium every day, you know, see those fans. It's really exciting for me, especially on the field. Off the field, I'm really excited for the fans to really get to hear my music, hear me sing a little bit, drop some music videos. Might even start like dropping a song every home run. And just never know, like just some stuff like that, you know, do it in my own aspect, in my own way to say like, oh, Jazz hit a home run. I think he might have a song like right after the game's done, and like just have a team to be able to put them things out when that's happening, you know, like if I hit 2 home runs that night, might put 2 songs out. You never know, you know, just have them out there waiting and ready to go in that aspect. And like, you know, off days, like people forget that athletes have lives too, you know, mm-hmm. We don't really do as much except go to the baseball field and put our work in. Yeah. But after that, we have a lot of time to ourselves as well. So we get bored too, and we like to have our own kind of fun. So we like to put our ideas into something else. Just because we're successful in something else doesn't mean we don't want to do anything else, you know.
What's music do for you mentally?
Mentally, I feel like it just makes me be me even more. Like before I started doing music, it was more like, yeah, I'm being me, but at the same time, it's still like something's just not right. You know what I mean? Like something's not right. It's just like I feel like I'm still in some type of box that I can get out of, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm not fully me. Like, yeah, I get to have my fun on the baseball field, but outside of the baseball field, I still have to not be myself because I'm a professional athlete. Where with music, I can be myself, you know, and still express myself and express who I am through that and not hide it, you know what I mean? Like, nobody's gonna judge me through my music, you know what I mean?
Right.
But like, if I was to just post something on social media trying to be myself, they're gonna be like, well, he's out of character as a professional athlete, not an artist. So when I make it into music, it's more of artistry.
Dude, is there anything that you feel like you've wanted to cover or wanted to say or talk about that you haven't gotten to?
Nah, the only thing I really want to talk about and say, at least, not talk about, is just thank you to our fans, man. Like, all the people that support Arya, all the people that support me, all the people that support you. I mean, we're super grateful every day, you know, that we wake up and we see someone else posting Arya or tagging us in something that's involved with Arya, and knowing that our work isn't like going unseen, you know. It's a lot of love, especially the passion that we put into it and the amount that we love to do this for you guys. I mean, we just thank you guys for showing the support and love.
Bro,
Thanks for taking the time.
Thanks for coming on.
Of course.
Yeah. This is it's a good way to kick this off. And
Absolutely.
yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
That was from the heart, by the way.
That's a wrap.
At the tippy-top of my game, looking down at the rafters. A lot of dudes, just some undercover actress. Yeah, so try again. This time take a vitamin. Yeah, invite 'em in. Welcome to the life.